All right, we're live.
All right.
Part two, baby.
Welcome back to part two.
That's right.
We had some technical difficulties again.
As always.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It happens. we're still trying to figure this thing out. That was almost the name of the podcast. We're still figuring this out. Or we'll
Someone
figure it
took
out.
it, right?
We'll figure
Someone
it out.
had it already.
Yes, they did. Yeah. We'll figure this out, right? Anyway.
So we're going to start with College Football 25 is out.
Yeah.
And it is... I have already wasted so much time with it. It's not a waste.
Come on now.
But
come on.
What I would do for a week of no distractions and just like there's not an amount of money that I wouldn't pay.
A week would be crazy. A week would be nuts.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
But also like that would, I would probably be done with it after that.
So all right. So first question, what mode did you start in?
Well, I feel like you have to start in Dynasty.
Right? Just to bring back the nostalgia. Like, that was the biggest part of that. It's like, everybody's like, oh, it's the same as franchise mode. No, it's not.
It's way different.
It's way different. The recruiting, the schedule changing, which I love.
I forgot to do it on the second. So I got through 1 year. I forgot to do the schedule change on the next one.
Yeah.
I got to, I think I'm on week 3 or week 4, but I looked at the schedule.
Yeah.
Somehow I have Georgia on my schedule, and I'm like, "What? I didn't do that."
Run away!
So,
well, you did say that in your first year you led them to,
and we made it to the playoff. We won the first game and lost in the semifinal.
Okay. But you got to remember though, right? So in order to make that playoff, that means year one you had made your schedule strong enough, to be able to qualify. So. I wouldn't have put Georgia on there. Obviously, neither would you. But you got to make it tough enough. You know what I mean? So, I went Dynasty mode immediately, but I went to Tier 1. I'm like, I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to build them up. I went Navy, which I thought was going to be a fun school to do. You know what I mean? So, and that's, I'm about week 5 of my first season. I didn't get it as soon as you did. I just finally downloaded it this past weekend. And just going through, I mean, it's bringing back the nostalgia, that's for sure. It's a little more in depth, but it's definitely, recruiting, and it's, getting, of course, being a Tier 1 school with Navy, you don't really recruit too far outside of, the vicinity. So I got most of my recruits are Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia. Like I got a couple North Florida boys, a couple guys that I'm trying to pull from Georgia and Bama, but no one. And here, like I said, week 5, I have 3 verbal commits. 2 1-star linemen and 1 3-star middle linebacker, which, like we talked about, 3-star for a Tier 1 team is like a 5-star.
Yeah.
Essentially. He's going to be a stud.
There you go. I started with Maryland just because they're Tier 3, so not like, they've still got some
room for growth. Absolutely. And in real life, I wish they would.
Exactly. Dude, they have some talent.
To root for.
But they just need to put it all together.
Yeah.
I honestly, I made it to the playoff in that first year.
There you go.
Like I lost to Indiana somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And
big old country boys probably just ran you down.
I beat USC. I beat Oregon.
The
Pac-12's a joke. And then I lost to Penn State, who at the end of the year was like 5-6 or something somehow.
Yep.
But I lost to them.
Did you also see you can reorganize the divisions?
I did.
Did
but
you
I
see
didn't
that
mess
option?
with it.
I didn't mess with it either, but I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. Because I mean, now back then you didn't have teams jumping divisions like they do now.
Yeah.
Now you have teams that are colluding to make their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, screw the ACC. Like, we're making our own. And
next,
stuff
you can move Navy up to the ACC.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe in year 3. Maybe in year 4.
Or would you take another job?
If I get no, I think I'm going to try to stick with Navy as long as I can. So I'm hoping by year 3 or 4 that I'm able to make. Now, of course, you only sign a 3-year deal your first contract. I don't know what happens after that.
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
You'll find out sooner than I will. But after that first 3 years, like my goal year one is like the coaching goal was just to win 7 games. Mm-hmm. I'm 4-1 already.
I think you got that in the bag.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be okay. So a renewal contract offer will most likely be on the horizon unless I completely, no pun intended, drop the ball with recruiting, which once again, I think I'm off to a hot start. 3 verbal commits within the first 5 weeks of the season, one being a 3-star linebacker. Like I'm trying, because me and you discussed earlier, the hardest part of the game so far for me, and you said the same for you, is defense.
I can't stop anyone.
Like I'll put up points all day long, but for some reason I can't. I'm wearing KY jelly trying to tackle these guys. You know what I mean? It's just slipping right off. And I do love the tackling motions. I love the gang tackling. I do think that's pretty cool. But my goal is just to build up the most stud defense that I possibly can, and then just continue to do what I always do on defense, which is just pick an interior D lineman and try to rush the quarterback.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't play linebacker. I don't play corner. If the computer gets beat, the computer gets beat. That just means I get to go on.
Honestly, I do the same thing.
Yeah, I get to go on offense now, and every once in a while I do get a sack, which is cool. So I'm good for about 1 or 2 sacks a game playing for one of the interior linemen. And it helps stop the run too. So I don't get very. Through week 5, I'm ranked number 3 in the nation for run defense.
There you go.
So just goes to show I'm pretty good at playing that interior line.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't. I do the same thing. I think this year I'm trying to win the national championship.
You have to. You make the playoffs and make it through the first. Make it through the first tier of the playoffs, your first season. It's got to be college, national championship, not or bust. Yeah. I would say even if you made it, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah,
just making it, or maybe even just making it to the Final Four.
Yeah, I think I had a top 25 recruiting class.
Oh, good for you!
But I didn't have anyone. I think I have 1 freshman starting.
Okay.
I can't wait. I want to get through.
I was going to say year 3, year 4 is when those big recruiting classes actually start paying dividends for you. So that's why it's like, you to have that high of expectation. It's like, I get it. Like your skills on the game are pretty good, but overall the game, I feel like the game will humble us in the fact that, hey, yeah, we're pretty good on the sticks, but hey, you're not beating Georgia.
Yeah.
You're not beating Bama. You're not beating teams like that. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
So
one thing I wanted to see though that I haven't seen from playing so far is like throughout the season, I wanted to see some of the players' ratings like go up.
Oh yeah,
but I haven't
seen much of that yet. Okay, that's fair.
But
that's fair. I did get one of my, and of course I wasn't playing with him; it was the computer. But I did get because with Navy, I'm in the AACC. With that, I got one of my guys got Defensive Player of the Week. So nice. In week 5, he had a pick 6 and he had 6 solo tackles.
There you go.
So yeah, so do have a couple pick 6s on the season. I will control the player with the pick 6.
Yeah,
but other than that, it is 100% the computer
making
that interception.
Absolutely,
not me whatsoever.
Overall, I'm just so happy that it's back. It is, like we talked about, brought back some of that nostalgia.
100%.
100%. So many good times playing that. And we'll have to get a game set up where we put it on here. Or whatever.
And we have some hot mics, hot mic takes, and everything like that. That'll be great. It'd be even more fun is if we had our wives film us and we both dress up. I'll buy my team's hat, you buy your team's hat, and we're in there in the living room with the microphones and everything. Really play it up.
My wife would be like, "What are you doing?"
Yes, yeah, yep. Mine would be like, "This is what we're spending our money on."
Right.
This is what we're doing right now.
So
is that it? Okay.
Yeah, but dude, I'm so glad that that's back.
I don't think I'll buy Madden because of this.
I don't think I will.
I don't think I won't have a need to buy Madden. This is definitely going to occupy my time until
you win a national championship like Coach Doug's.
No. I feel like what I'm gonna do, and I thought this was kind of funny. It was a guy said he goes I've played like 8 different dynasties and I'm through year 10 on all 8. I'm like, you have way too much free time.
Right.
So he was on TikTok and he was like I'm a huge what did he say? Huge, like North Tennessee or one of them off schools. They're in the game, but they're not there. He goes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out as the head coach of Bama. Because apparently Bama beats the shit out of them every year.
I think I know where you're going with this.
He goes, I'm going to completely tank the team. Mm-hmm. He goes, make them one of the worst teams in college football, then take a contract with North Tennessee, and then go beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I think it was like UAB. And I'm going to get all the players to transfer there.
Yes.
And we're just going to go,
and then run the table in Alabama. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yes, it was UAB.
Yep. And the transfer portal is in the game.
I do see that. And after every week, it says risk of transferring. And I'm like, I'm at Navy. Of course, my quarterback's going to be a risk of a transfer. We don't throw the ball. I think the most throws that we've made in a whole game was 9. So, and I run a spread offense. Like I told you, I switched the offense, but we still run the ball 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Because that's what the team's built for, and that's the only way we're going to win because he has a rag arm.
Yeah.
It's not good. Like if it's 3rd and 8, I'm like,
let's run a quarterback draw and see what happens.
We're going to run a draw or a screen or a running back screen.
Let's see if we can get 4 or 5 yards, and then let's go for it again.
Yep. I've hit one deep ball all year because I have the best wide receiver on Navy is ranked a 73 overall, but he's got 96 speed. So if he gets the close matchup, man-to-man coverage, he will burn that guy on a dead straight shot. And as long as the safety doesn't come over, I can get the ball. And I've hit once on it, and it was like a 60-yard bomb.
Nice.
So other than that, the longest pass completion has been like 6 yards. And I just throw it I'm like old school New England. I just throw it to the tight ends, and then short crossing routes. Like that's all my guy's able to do. So but other than that, like my number one running back is averaging 206 yards a game.
Love it.
The fullback who is a huge white guy who runs. He's got to run like a 4 or 5. He's averaging 110. Like we average over 300 yards a game rushing.
Those fullbacks in that offense, they run the ball a lot.
Running backs. Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, it's a pretty good 1-2 man. And of course, my 3rd string running back is the biggest threat to transfer. I'm like, leave. I don't care. Like,
I'm gonna recruit someone better.
Give me my scholarship back. Like, I'll pull a 1-star from West Virginia.
By golly,
right? You ain't kidding.
So, but yeah,
definitely excited about that.
Awesome to have it back.
Yep.
Also, since we've been gone, there's been a lot of crazy shit happening.
Good Lord. As if our generation hasn't gone through enough historical events in the 30-some years that we've been alive. Let's add another. First time in our.
I didn't believe it at first.
Neither did I. I was in Key West, and just each screen started coming up, and it's just him ducking, and I'm like is this like I thought it was like CGI or you generate like there's no way this is real, but then it's like, yeah.
Then you see him get up, pump his fist.
Right?
And
he did not want to leave that stage.
There is no way in hell he loses now.
And then especially,
look
who just dropped out yesterday. Yep.
Sleepy Joe wants to go to sleep more.
Yep. And he endorsed Kamala. And I'm like, I don't think the Democratic Party probably wanted you to do that. So I don't know.
I went down a deep rabbit hole. I got stuck looking.
See my dad while you were down there?
Right? Steve might know this one too, but
Lord.
I saw something that I guess that Biden was in Vegas or something.
Mm.
They shut down traffic because they said someone was having a medical emergency. Then they were going to take him to a hospital. Next, they said, we're going to do a medevac. We're going back to Hopkins.
Oh.
And they're in Vegas, by the way.
Yeah.
So they're going to fly all the way to Hopkins.
Which
sure. Yeah, Hopkins is the best hospital in the world.
That will shut down airways, by all means.
Yeah, so nobody's heard or seen from him in how many days?
Yeah.
It was just a letter that came out.
Didn't he say he was sick? Then he posted,
he has COVID.
He has COVID. And then did you see what Lil Wayne posted? I'm ill. From A Millie, like the song A Millie that he came out with back when we were in high school. Yeah, and it was like the best repost of Biden saying, I have COVID. He said, I'm sick. And Lil Wayne goes, I'm ill.
So there's a theory out there that he's like terminally ill or,
I mean, look at him. Look at him. I don't like making fun of anybody, but good Lord, man. You
doesn't look great. Yeah.
I don't like, he should just not. I mean, you could tell just the way he speaks, the way he talks and everything. Like I get that, you were an intelligent person a long time ago, but eventually age, what's the one thing that you can't beat is age. Time.
Yeah.
You cannot beat time. And I just and I told you we weren't going to get political. I don't know, man. We just need to stop voting 70, 80-year-old. Like, stop.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Stop.
Did you see Kill Tony?
Oh, my goodness. Shane Gillis, like, if he doesn't do an entire stand-up as that, I'm going to be very... Like, Netflix should be on this already.
It's so funny.
Netflix should be already on this.
I think just the two of them going back and forth.
Oh, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
Yes.
I want to see it next week or on a future episode where it's Trump and Kamala. I want to see someone impersonate Kamala.
Yes.
And I think that would be so funny.
What's her name? Rudolph or Randolph. She's on SNL all the time. I think she would do a good Kamala, but I'm sure they could pull her from it. But she was in that movie, The Bridesmaids.
Oh yeah,
that was I'm talking about. I can't think of her first name, but I think her last name is either Rudolph or Randolph. And but she's
also
hilarious.
In like Grown Ups and stuff.
She's in Grown. Yeah. She plays Chris Rock's wife. Yes, good call.
Yep.
Good pull. Yes, she plays the wife in there. Yeah, she is funny as shit.
Yeah,
she is absolutely hilarious. Like her Kristen Wiig, they're very good like comedic actors. Like I've never seen any of their. I don't even know if they do stand up. I think that they're just kind of like physical comic kind of thing, but yeah, they're hilarious. But I think her as Kamala would be amazing.
I've never actually watched a full episode of the Kill Tony show.
Neither have I.
But I started to watch it, and dude, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
If you've got an hour or something, watch that.
Yep.
You will not stop laughing.
Yep. It's one of the quickest growing things. And I mean, they have special guests on there all the time. I think Joey Diaz has been on there once or twice. Like big name comedian. Joe Rogan's been on there a few times. Like he gets big name comedians that come on there.
So basically, they have comedians from that are starting up go up there and they do.
He's trying to give them a spotlight.
And then the panel like just kind of
roasts.
It's
them, like a whole roast.
So funny.
Yes. Yeah.
It's awesome. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's enough current events, I guess. Enough politic talk
for a lifetime.
We are not a politic podcast.
No, we're not at all. No.
Take whatever you hear here with a grain of salt. I did go down
and a shot of tequila,
a rabbit hole of conspiracy, but but anyway, I was just letting you know what I saw somewhere. I thought it was interesting.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No opinion at all.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But
or maybe it was the Democrats taking him out. There's a conspiracy theory.
And then you hear
because didn't he come out like a week and a half ago and say there's no way I'm stepping down. I'm definitely and then all of a sudden out.
I heard on another place it's like whenever a coach is about to get fired, you hear reports like, "Oh yeah, the team has confidence in the coach and he's going to be around. He's in the long-term plans." Week later, they're fired.
Gone.
Like that's what that was.
Yes. Yep.
Gone.
But absolutely gone.
But yeah. So the Orioles. There's a lot of talk right now on what they're going to do.
Deadline's rolling, man.
Do they trade Jackson Holiday? Do they give up the farm to get a pitcher? Or what are your thoughts?
I don't think to go out and get a guy like I would love Garrett Crochet. By any means. Like, I mean, that's got to be the guy at the top of the list. And the fact that it's so much buzz around the league. I mean, I have to imagine Rubenstein and new ownership has probably told Elias, go get him. Do what you got. I mean, we're second. I looked it up this morning. Second best record in all of baseball behind Philly. And, I mean, they're talking Philly still might be loading up for some more. Like, they want to go after Luis Robert. So, I mean, the team to benefit the most right now before this trade deadline is not any of the teams who are getting a player to make their playoff run. It's the Chicago White Sox. They have enough pieces that for some reason they just can't get it together. So they need to have that. I wouldn't call it a fire sale because fire sale, you get rid of stuff for free. Mm-hmm. But you need to you need to do a reload.
Yeah.
You need to do an absolute reload. And if that takes getting rid of a Luis Robert to a team, and who cares who he goes to? Send him to the National League. You'll never have to. You have to see him once a year unless you meet in the World Series years from now.
Yep.
Send him to someone in the National League, right? And then from continue to rebuild your farm, rebuild prospects, that's what you need to be doing. You literally have the worst record in baseball by far, which no one had it. I mean, they were anticipated to be almost a playoff team this year.
Yeah.
And you have the worst record in baseball. Something's wrong. The owner needs to just fire the house and then figure out a way to get as many pieces back for Garrett. I mean, I've been here. I haven't heard Jackson Holliday's name whatsoever in the trade, but our number two guy, like Kobe Mayo and all those guys, I've heard those names being thrown out as far as going to the White Sox for Crochet. Crochet's in the top 5 for Cy Young right now.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing: if you get rid of Mayo, where's he going to play anyway when he comes up? You got Mountcastle.
Yes,
you're not going to stick him at third base, I wouldn't think.
No.
If you ever bring Jackson Holiday up,
yeah,
Westberg,
Westberg stays at second, Gunnar goes to third, Jackson at short. I mean, that's got to be the vision.
Yeah.
Right. And then you keep Mountcastle for, you're gonna get him probably at a hometown discount because he doesn't deserve a huge contract. But
does Mayo have a higher ceiling than Mountcastle?
I think he does. But
he's not a sure thing.
Once again, do you give up Mayo now to get Crochet? So you have Corbin Burns and Garrett Crochet as your 1-2 going into the playoffs?
True.
If you have a shot at a World Series, I feel like you can't take a chance on what's this guy's ceiling going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the theory of if you go for it now, mm-hmm. Are you giving up because Corbin Burns is on a 1-year deal?
Correct.
And I'm not sure what the other.
I think he resigns.
I think he resigns too.
I say we offer him. I truly believe we offer him a 3-year deal with a player option for the 3rd year. Around the $20-some million range.
I think Baltimore is going to be a place people want to play over the next 5 years.
2 names: Adley, Gunnar.
Yeah, and then if Jackson Holiday turns into what
Holiday turns into what he's supposed to, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Adley's going to be a $300 million guy. Gunnar wins MVP. He could be a $400 million guy. Maybe 5. I don't know. It's just but those are numbers that I fully expect new ownership to be like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Here you go. You're not a Chris Davis. You're not going to be a flash in the pan.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Who last year was the highest paid person on our payroll.
Crazy.
So absolutely nuts. And now he's only number 2 or 3 behind Corbin Burns.
But I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I think
if they don't make a move, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
I want to see, as much as I love the fact that we still, even though we have one of the best teams in Major League Baseball right now and the youngest, and we still have a top 3 farm system, I think they rank us, top 4, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And we're starting to open up international prospects. If they don't, I'll be more disappointed if they don't make a move.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, if you take a shot and it falls through, Garrett Crochet all of a sudden drops off the face of the earth. You know what? You went and picked out top 5 pitcher in the league. You gave up some pretty good assets for him. He didn't work out. You made the effort. We haven't seen in Baltimore them make the effort in prior to this. I'm saying prior to this ownership and prior to this management.
Absolutely.
Before them, you didn't see them make that move. You didn't see them go out and get Buck, another starter that he needed, or any. You didn't see them do that. They went out and got a Delman Young, or which granted he had his moments and everything. He had a big moment, but it's like you didn't go out and get him what he needed for them to make that extra leap. But I truly think this management and the ownership are on the same page finally, and it's let's bring a World Series to Baltimore.
Yeah,
it's been too long. Let's bring one to Baltimore.
Yep. The only obviously you want to get as much as you can for as little as you can give.
Always.
Always.
But the White Sox know what they have.
Yeah.
They are holding the gold coins with Crochet and Luis Robert.
And there's always that lefty from Detroit.
He's out there, Screwball. Screwball. Yep.
Yeah. And then
he's an option for sure.
So, or do you just go and look at shoring up the bullpen?
You need a starter. You need a number two. You need a number two. Yeah. And I'm talking a number two who should be a number one on any other team that he's on. Just the fact that he's on the same team as Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
You need that number two. If you're going to beat some of these teams that are going to be in the playoffs, American League and National League, you need to know that if you hand the ball to Corbin Burns, you're getting 7 or 8 innings and he's only going to give up 1 or 2 runs. Same thing with a Crochet.
Yeah.
Here's the ball. Give me 7 innings and no more than 2 runs.
Yep.
Because you have the offense.
Yeah.
The offense is there. You have speed if you need it. Jorge Mateo, you need a base stolen. Jorge Mateo's on the bench. He will steal a base.
Yeah.
He will get it for you.
I love Mateo.
He's a Edward Scissorhands. He's a jack of all trades.
Yep.
Like, put him anywhere. I think he plays every position except for catcher and first base. He could probably pitch if you needed him to.
Yeah, he's got a cannon.
And he's got a cannon. Yes, absolutely. A little suspect behind the plate. But
yeah, but he can get hot. He can be streaky.
He can be. Yeah. So, but once again, he's that guy that, bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th, you're tied. You all of a sudden you get a Mountcastle who hits a double.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Yeah.
Go get third base. Someone will hit a fly ball, and then you take home.
Yep.
On the sacrifice.
So, I think it's exciting to see what they're going to do.
It is.
I think a
lot of teams are going to make some moves.
I think they're in go mode.
I still think that you see Vladimir Guerrero get traded from Toronto. As much as he's become a staple.
And they were talking about trading Bichette too, right?
They were. Bo.
Yeah.
Yep. So the 2 top teams right now for Vlad, they're saying are the Yankees and Houston. Are the top 2 teams. And I mean, like, how much more firepower? Like, good Lord.
I agree.
Like, at some point, it's just got to be, and I don't know where New York keeps getting all the money from. I mean, between Soto, Judge, and Stanton, that's almost $100 million.
Yeah.
For 3 guys. And now you're talking about adding another 6. I think Vlad's like 16 or 17 mil. $115 million for 4 guys.
It's crazy.
But New York buys championships.
They do. It works.
So, yep.
Works for them, I guess.
Yep. So I don't know. If I'm Toronto, I just don't know if I could trade your best player to a team in your same division.
Completely agree.
I don't know.
I agree. So next we got our top 3. What were we doing our top 3 of today?
Ooh.
I was going to say top 3 fast food places.
I love that. All right. And in order. Yes.
All right.
Now, fast food as in has to have a drive-through.
Correct.
All right. Just making sure. All right. And anywhere in the country.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. So you picked it. So you go first. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be Chick-fil-A.
At 3?
At 3.
He spent a little too much time out in the sun. I can't wait to hear what number 2 and number 1 are.
Chick-fil-A's got a great breakfast.
Lord.
I almost prefer their breakfast over their other stuff right now.
Okay. That's fair.
Chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Yeah.
And if you get the spicy chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit, man.
Can't go wrong with the spicy chicken. Can't go wrong with it.
Don't know if you can beat that. My number 2, and it has to have a drive-through.
Yes.
My number 2 is going to be, actually, I'm going to put Chick-fil-A at 2. So
I knew it.
My number 3,
all right,
would be Taco Bell. But I'll give an honorable mention because they do have a drive-through or drive-through pickup lane now. Chipotle.
They do. They only get an honorable mention though because they didn't always have that.
Correct.
But a lot of the new shop, so like the one near me in Pasadena has a drive-through.
Yeah, which is awesome.
You pre-order on the app and just drive around and pick it up. Yeah. So honorable mention, but it doesn't make it to the category quite because it hasn't always been established as a drive-through.
And number 1 is McDonald's. So
classic.
1 is McDonald's.
Classic.
Breakfast, you cannot beat a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
It's tough.
That's my go-to.
It's tough. It is tough.
And then their nuggets and a good old McDouble.
Yeah, I've yet to have a better nugget than like fast food nugget than McDonald's. Exactly. I'll agree with you on that one.
So and when the fries are hot, dude, can't be beat.
When you're coming home from the bar and it's 12:45 at night and you see them golden arches just lit up, like
dude. So
I'm about to not be hungover tomorrow. That's my automatic thought. I'm like, and I'm not.
I was told growing up, my cousins, they're like 10 years older than us. They said, whenever you get a hangover, go to McDonald's. McDonald's will cure your hangover.
Yep, either late night
or
breakfast.
They are not wrong.
Nope, late night or breakfast. Oh, and their soda, their Coke.
Their Coke is different.
It is different. I think they still put cocaine in it. That's my personal opinion.
Could be.
Like they used to back in the day.
Alyssa and I, after we got married, we went through the McDonald's drive-thru. Not after the after party.
Yeah.
On our way back to the hotel. We stopped and got McDonald's. And
I love that. I love that. That's just like Joe Flacco signing that $100 million something deal, and then for his first meal is McDonald's.
There you go.
That was pretty cool. So,
all right, how about you?
Me, number 3 is going to be Wendy's. I love their spicy chicken sandwich. I do. Like their actual sandwich with the lettuce, tomato, mayo. I love their spicy chicken sandwich, and then the Frosty.
Oh, I love the Frosty.
So my go-to is spicy chicken sandwich meal with a large fry and a large Frosty. I don't get a drink. I don't like
dip
their
your
drinks.
Fries in the Frosty.
The fries in the Frosty. Yep. I mean, it's a staple. That's what I do. So that's number 3 for me. Number 2 is your number 1, McDonald's. It's number 1. So once again, hangover cures, and we went to the grocery store yesterday. We went to BJ's, spent $150 there. We went to the grocery store, spent $150 there. We hadn't eaten yet. She looks at me and goes,
"I shouldn't go shopping when you're hungry."
She goes, I know, right? She goes, "I know you're hungry." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "You just want to stop somewhere?" Because we had to leave. Like as soon as we got home, we unloaded the groceries, and we had to leave and drive down the Bowie. And she's like, "I'm like, yeah." I said, "You care if we just stop at McDonald's real quick?" She goes, "No, not at all." So that's what we do in our household.
Oh yeah,
it's okay. You gotta survive. But it kept me from being cranky and ignorant the whole way down the Bowie because I was starting to get hangry.
I get hangry too.
Yep. But my number 1 is your number 2, Chick-fil-A. So breakfast is once again spicy chicken biscuit. Okay. And my staple breakfast, spicy chicken biscuit with the large tater tot, large sweet tea. And then now, this is the only thing that made me a little mad. They almost got dropped down to number 2 because of this, but I'm keeping them there because they did get rid of the spicy biscuit for a while. Then they brought it back. People like me, we're getting ready to write letters.
People like you and my brother
to ownership. Oh, I was very upset. But they got rid of the chicken, egg, and cheese bagel breakfast sandwich. They had a whole grain bagel toasted with
whole grain bagel.
I don't know. It had something. It had like grains on it.
Gotcha.
That's why I figured it was whole grain. Maybe not. Maybe honey oat. Maybe even honey oat. It was sweet.
Either way, it's bagel.
Maybe it was a bagel, but it was a good bagel. It wasn't just plain bagel. It was a flavored.
It was
bagel.
a Chick-fil-A bagel.
It was a Chick-fil-A bagel, but chicken, egg, and cheese on top, and you could put I used to put a little bit of the Chick-fil-A sauce on top.
Ooh,
Talk about a breakfast sandwich, bro.
That sounds amazing.
They just don't do bagels anymore.
Yeah,
I ask them all the time. They're like, "Oh no, we still got the chicken, egg, and cheese. We just don't have the bagel anymore." I'm like, "Well, that's not the point anymore, is it?" No, it's not. So, and then lunchtime. Lunch is normally their grilled chicken sandwiches to me, off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
So grilled chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese, bacon, the supreme with bacon on top and everything. Yeah. Amazing. Always get a sweet tea. They have the best sweet tea.
Yeah.
Somebody try to argue with me, Dunkin'. No. Piss off. No.
At McDonald's sweet tea's pretty good too.
It's not bad. It's not Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's not Chick-fil-A. And so the grilled chicken sandwich, large fry, Chick-fil-A sauce, large sweet tea, and then dinner. Dinner, my go-to usually is a spicy chicken sandwich, no pickle. Not a pickle guy.
That's an important thing. I'm not a pickle guy either.
Very important. No pickle, because their pickle will drown the whole sandwich for whatever reason.
And you can tell if they put it on
and then accidentally took it off. Yeah, you see the green tip.
It tastes. I can tell the taste. Nope.
Send it back. That's right. I want a new one.
Kidding.
I want a new one.
Wouldn't send it back.
No, still eat it.
I don't have the balls to do that.
Yeah, no. But then still complain about it as you're eating.
Yeah, I will complain.
I can taste this damn pickle. Spicy chicken sandwich meal with no pickle, add pepper jack cheese for a little bit extra spice.
Okay.
Large fry, large sweet tea, and then they have always had, to me, the best milkshakes.
Oh, their cookies and cream milkshake is.
Thank you. Didn't even have to say it. Didn't even have to say it.
Yep.
You just didn't even have.
That's why we're on the same page here.
That's why we're here together. So yes, with a, and I'm a little disappointed that they got stop doing the large and small. All right, here. No, we only have one size. Well, I'm not one size. I'm much bigger than the average bear.
I want a large.
I want a large. Put it in a damn sweet teacup and quit playing games with me. All right, charge me for 3. I don't care. I want a big one. Because I'm a big ice cream guy, big milkshake guy. And yes, absolutely, their cookies and cream is undoubtedly one of the best milkshakes I've ever had, especially from a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
But that. Even though just about everything on the menu, obviously it's all chicken, but to me, it's just that, like, if I have all 3 of those lined up in a row and it's not Sunday, I'm going to Chick-fil-A first.
Yeah,
and then if it's Sunday, I'm going to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, and then go from there.
I agree.
So, but I don't know. I'm a big spicy chicken guy.
Me too.
That's solid for me. So, and then I love fried chicken in general.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Farms fried chicken.
It's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a fan. They got good tendies.
Oh yeah, I love some chicken tenders.
Yeah. So we're not too far off. We only had one that was different, and I throw in Chipotle as an honorable mention, 100%.
I love
because of
Chipotle.
The drive-through now. Now my question is, if Chipotle counted, where would it be for you?
That's still honorable mention.
Just it still doesn't make the top 3.
It might overtake Taco Bell.
Mine would overtake Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can I tell you something that you might not like?
What?
Taco Bell wouldn't make my top 10. I can't. My wife would have us get married in a Taco Bell. I can't stand it.
See, their chicken quesadilla is unbelievable. The sauce that's in there,
1.2 out of 10.
That's why they make different things,
That's why I don't eat there.
Yeah.
So, by our house, there's a Little Caesars pizza, like right there.
Never had Little Caesars,
so they used to be shit. Like it used to be like I could just chew on cardboard with some cheese and sauce, and they have a stuffed crust now. So what we'll do is, if she's getting Taco Bell, she knows that I'm getting Little Caesars. I will call ahead the order to Little Caesars. We will then, as we're calling the order ahead, we'll stop at Taco Bell, pick up her food. It's in the same shopping center. Yeah. I'll drive over to the Little Caesars, walk in, get my pizza, and walk out. We both have hot food, and we go home. And I have lunch the next day.
Yeah.
So it's like win-win. And my whole pizza is usually less than the Taco Bell order. And she doesn't eat a lot, but it's just everything's gotten that much more expensive.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to Taco, obviously I've eaten there and I've definitely drunk eating there many a times. I remember going there when I was in college at Salisbury. Like that was the place to go when you were drunk. You could either do the walk-through Hardee's. They had a walk-through drive-through at the Hardee's there. Yes, you could walk through. Or you went to the Taco Bell. And I remember taking $10 and I could get 3 chicken quesadillas, 2 tacos, you know what I mean? Just like an enormous amount of food for under $10.
Not going to happen now.
now can you even get more than one chicken quesadilla? Like a meal? Like if you get a meal,
you could get.
Do they have meal deals still?
No,
for $10. I'm talking about for $10.
For $10?
Yeah, of course I can get as many as I want.
Quesadilla, a taco, and
a taco,
drink. Yeah,
a quesadilla, a drink. I'm talking like 3 deals.
I'm a 2 quesadilla guy.
Okay.
Or I'll do a crunch wrap and a quesadilla,
maybe. Thin. They're like
yeah. I mean, it's not. I couldn't make a meal out of it.
Well, that's another reason why I don't like it.
Another
reason why it doesn't make the top 10.
Need to order more than just that.
So okay, so Taco Bell is my least liked place. What is yours all the way at the dead bottom of the list?
Fucking Burger King.
Really?
Burger King stinks. It's awful.
What is your beef, quote unquote, with Burger King?
Just sucks.
You just don't like.
They're giving away their food for free because it sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not free, but it's just super cheap.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah. Did you ever try the Impossible Whopper?
Why the fuck would I do that?
I don't know. I did for fun because I'm like, it's food. I don't care. So it actually, the scientists who made it up actually did make it taste like an actual Whopper.
I believe it.
I was fairly impressed, and they were like, "You'll never be able to tell the difference." I'm like, "Bullshit!" And I was like, I'm sitting there eating. I'm like, can't tell the difference. Like, good Lord, like
I wanted to hate this.
Hold on now. Yeah, right. Like I wanted to be completely against this, but
yeah, but no, I don't know. I'm not a big Burger King guy.
Nothing wrong with that. Nope. I get so much flack for not being a Taco Bell guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Taco Bell being at the bottom of my list, like we'll probably lose a couple followers. Like, oh, this fat piece of shit. Like, how do you not like Taco Bell?
It's all right. It's not Taco Bell is one that's more commonly like not. Alyssa is not a huge Taco Bell person either.
Yeah, but I'm a Taco Bell hater. Like I loathe.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's a hater.
Yeah, I loathe Taco Bell.
What else is out there? I did go to a Hardee's for the first time while we were in the Outer Banks.
Never been to a Hardee's
before? That was the first time
breakfast or?
No, I just got a burger.
So their breakfast stuff is actually pretty good. Like their sausage, egg, and cheese. It looks like a fresh buttermilk biscuit and everything. Not that dried up shit that you get from some of the other places. Like when you order a biscuit from a fast food place.
The kids had to pee there, and I felt like I had to order something, so I did.
Sure.
And
it's not terrible. I mean, it's greasy as hell.
It was good,
but it's not the worst thing in the world. But if I have to go to Hardee's, it's usually going to be for breakfast. I usually don't go for anything else.
Yeah.
So and then best fries besides McDonald's when they're fresh. Who's got the best fries?
But that's not a drive-thru.
Not a drive-thru. Yeah. So.
Chick-fil-A.
The waffle.
Yep, okay. And dip them in the Chick-fil-A sauce.
There you go. Mine's gonna have to be Arby's curly fries. Seasoned curly fries. I
haven't been to an Arby's in years.
So, Kate, when she was pregnant, was dying of hunger, and she goes, "I want to go to Arby's." I'm like, "That's so random, but okay. I'll get you Arby's. I'm gonna go somewhere else." She goes, "Why don't you like Arby's?" I said, "I haven't been since I was in high school."
Yeah.
I said, "I really didn't." Like I don't.
It didn't leave a lasting impression.
Not a fan of a roast beef and cheddar cheese sandwich from a fast food restaurant right now. She goes, "They got other stuff." I'm like, whatever. So she got their buffalo chicken sliders, and I was like, I didn't know they had those. So I said, how much are they? She goes, they were like $1.25 each. I said, get me 2 with no pickle, because of course I come with a big. Everything's got to come with a big ass pickle on it.
Who the hell likes pickles?
I don't know. It should be on the side.
My
wife should never be on the side. So does mine. Yeah, I got 3 jars at home. I don't eat one. Should never come on the sandwich. Should come on the side, right? Anyway, let me get past that point, past that argument. So I said, let me get two of the buffalo chicken sliders. Then they just puts a little bit of shredded lettuce on there, and I said no pickle. Okay, cool. I put it up there with Chick-fil-A spicy, because it's actually like sauce, buffalo sauce on it. It's not like the dry rub like the dry spice. It is sauced. Yep. And you can get like a little bit of ranch on it if you want to. And I was like, and I'm not a ranch guy.
Yeah.
But the ranch with the buffalo, I'm like, this is not
bad
at all. I'm like, this was actually good. So Now I did try to upgrade, and I got the spicy chicken sandwich, but it was way too there was buffalo sauce running out of the damn thing. Yeah, you guys dipped this way too hard, so I'm gonna stick with the buffalo chicken sliders.
Next time we'll have to do our favorite burger from a fast food like place.
Okay,
it doesn't have a drive-through.
Okay,
that might be a short list actually.
Should probably do steak.
Let's do our favorite steaks.
Favorite steakhouse's steak.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Yeah. Top 3.
All right.
Yep. I like it.
Last thing.
Yes.
Dad moment of the week. I'll start. Haley lost her first tooth last week.
Oh, let's go.
Super excited about that.
There you go.
She was on cloud 9.
Love that. Tooth Fairy delivered.
Tooth Fairy came.
There you go.
Got a whole $5.
There you go. I wish I would have got a picture of you and them wings.
I did sneak in there and put it in, like, we had this like little, it didn't go under the pillow. We put it on like her nightstand.
Yeah.
And had to like sneak the money in there without, after she fell asleep.
Sure.
That's my dad moment of the week.
Love
she was
that.
so happy, and then she came in the morning and it's like, look what the Tooth Fairy brought me. Like it was awesome.
What an awesome dad. Now that is a dad moment.
Yeah,
that is an awesome dad moment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So mine, I'm gonna mix 2 into 1. Number 1, Doc is officially on the move.
Oh, let the fun begin.
So last week, I'm getting ready in the morning. I had already fed him, burped him. He's chilling in his crib. I had been told from daycare that he was moving around a little bit. I'm like, okay. I'm like, probably just rolling back and forth because he can roll front to back to front, no problem. I mean, he just whips himself over too. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like gently. No, this kid just throws himself. I'm like, good Lord, you're gonna hurt yourself. But anyway, so I'm in there brushing my teeth, and we got the camera set up. So I got the one camera set up in his crib, and I have him on like the opposite side, like furthest away, but facing that way, right? So, run the water. By the way, when you brush your teeth, do you do water, toothpaste, water, or just straight toothpaste?
Water, toothpaste, then water again.
And then brush. Okay, cool. So you're a normal human. All right, good. So anyway, I know people that just do straight toothpaste.
They don't put it under the water first?
No.
What kind of animal are they?
You get what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention what my wife does.
She's an animal.
No.
No?
So she doesn't water, toothpaste water, but it's the water. She uses warm water. Yeah. Yes.
I do cold water.
I do cold. I've never done anything else. She goes, try it. And I try it. I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I'm like a little kid trying broccoli for them. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like it.
It's not that bad, but I don't want to like it.
Right. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I start brushing my teeth, and all of a sudden he looks a little closer to the camera than he was. And I'm like, maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Then all of a sudden, it looks like a scene from Cloverfield. Like the camera's just going like this. It's a wire camera, but it's just sitting in his crib, like in the corner, facing so it can see the whole. I walk in, homeboy's got the wire in his mouth and the camera going like this. Like, dude, what are you doing? So I go over and grab it. He doesn't cry or anything. He just looks at me like, why'd you take that from me?
You got to mount that thing on the wall.
So hold on. So I put it back in the corner. I'm like, maybe I didn't put them all the way. So now I'm like, his feet are touching the back part of the crib. It was 8:00 when I looked at my phone and finished brushing my teeth. 8:04.
Yep.
4 minutes to go from one side to the other. He doesn't crawl. He rolls, scoots, rolls back, scoots some more. Mm-hmm. And he'll do the inchworm, where his head barely comes off the ground, but then he just slides himself forward. And I'm like,
I would pay to watch you recreate that.
Got to be shitting me. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we better be sponsored for doing all that. So that was dad moment 1 of me barely being able to get my teeth brushed before my kid decided to rip the crib camera apart like an animal that he is. And then number 2, and this has been one of the toughest, this is probably number 2 toughest thing besides him being sick for the first time. He's now officially in his own room sleeping because he just turned 6 months the other day. So we said, okay, it's time. And I did not get much sleep over the weekend. every 45 minutes, I was like, because I have the monitor on my side, because I'm a lighter sleeper than Kate is, and I'm just staring at him. And I'm like making sure, like, I just want to see the little bit of movement and you know what I mean, the breathing. So, and I'm not used to him not being in our room. I'm just not. You know what I mean? It's different right now. It's just different. So my wife made fun of me, which is fine. You know, she teased me. She goes, "I don't know what your problem is. He's right in the next room." I said, "That's the point. He's far away. So he's too far away."
Oh man!
But no. So those were my dad moments that I combined into one. But yeah. So yours is awesome though.
Yeah,
the first tooth. That's a huge. It's definitely one of those big memorable moments.
Getting them out of the bedroom though is a big deal too.
He's done better than I have. Let's put it that way. So his first night was Friday night. He woke up. Now we put him to bed early. He was asleep by 8:00 Friday night. So he woke up at 4:00. He was hungry. I fed him a little 4-ounce bottle. He went right back to sleep and didn't wake up again until after 7.
Mm-hmm.
I was only up for maybe about 45 minutes, so not terrible. Saturday and the Sunday was much better. Fell asleep at 9. Didn't wake up until a little after 7 Sunday morning, and then last night was just as good. So a little struggle to go to sleep last night because he was in between naps all day, so I think his sleep schedule was a little off. Kate finally got him to bed around 9:50ish, but he was wide awake and smiling at about 6:40 this morning. So he doesn't wake up like angry. He doesn't wake up angry. He just wakes up and he looks all around, and when he sees us, he smiles and he starts giggling. But if we leave him in there too long after he's seen us, then he starts to get a little angry. He's like, "Where's my bottle, damn it? Like, I know once I see you, food is coming.
Yep.
But if you don't pick me up right away, I'm going to be a little upset." So, but yeah, he's doing much better than I am with the whole thing. So
I don't know when we stopped having the kids in the room. I think it was before 6 months.
It was just like, of course, him being our first. It was, everyone recommended, wait till 6 months, and that's when they'll be. You know, you got him in a good, which we've had him in a good sleeping schedule since 3 months.
Nice.
That everyone's jealous of. They're like, "Well, you have a second one, ain't gonna be like that." I'm like, "Yeah, probably."
No, now you know what you're doing.
Yes, trust me. I would feel a lot more comfortable.
You have the second one. You have a routine. Mm-hmm. You know what works.
Yep.
Aubrey, when she got home from the hospital,
mm-hmm.
she slept fine.
Right to it. Yeah.
Like she was, we had no issue. She slept in. She might have been in our room for a while or whatever, and like the feedings, first couple weeks or first month, you got to wake them up.
Yeah.
Yep. But other than that, like she slept through the night since May. She was the earliest one to sleep through the night. From like a month on.
Oh wow! Through the night, there you go. There you go. That's not bad.
But yeah, but it gets you, and once you know what you're doing and everything.
Been through it once. Yeah.
It's like riding a bike.
That's so our plan, and hope gotta hope, because it's not easy nowadays conceiving kids anymore. But our hope is that probably around summer of 2026 is when we're going to try for number 2. So give him a little bit of time. We want him coming essentially out of diapers. We don't want 2 in diapers. I told her. I said,
I've done that.
I know you have. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want that. I would rather him be coming out of them, slightly potty trained or fully potty trained, whatever. I said, and then we'll have, we can go. And she goes, well, you kind of just be starting no, she agrees with me, but other people are like, man, you're just starting all over again. I'm like, but it's not 2 of them doing it. I'm okay with just 1 having that.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I don't want 2, So, and then of course the conversation is, if we do have a girl with our number 2, to me, I'm kind of done. Like I won't need a third, but her being that much younger than me, she's like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe a third one." I'm like, "Oh Lord, I'll be 60 years old when they graduate high school." Like, good Lord, you're pushing it.
No,
now.
You won't.
You're
be
pushing
60.
it. If we wait 3 more years after that,
oh yeah, maybe
I'll be damn close. Be late 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. But yeah. No.
Speaking of potty training, we're potty training Colt right now.
Oh, how's that going?
He's taking some big dumps on the
Yes.
little potty. And,
yes.
we tell him he's got to make a big one.
I love that.
And he did it the other night, and he was so happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Alyssa had told him if he did it, we would go get ice cream.
There you go.
So we did, and we went to Dairy Queen. Everyone got a Blizzard, and
man, I wish I got an ice cream every time. Man,
right? I'd be bigger than I am now.
I'd be eating a lot healthier just to make myself go more.
Lots of salad, lots of greens,
yes, lots of fiber. Lots of fiber. But wrapping it up.
That's an episode.
Love that. Part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, part 1 and part 2.
I don't mind that, actually.
As long as it's still going.
I think, it should be.
We'll see you guys
next week.
Next week.
Definitely next week. Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
still going, right?
Still going. This one's 55. Cool.